Stop scrolling your feed right now. Forget modern cigarettes, vapes, and pods. Forget the cliches about the peace pipe, because history lied to you once again. Throw your phone and notification stress away. No deadlines, no unread emails, no panic. Just pure existential dread before the unknown. We are launching 50,000 years back into absolute pitch-black prehistoric darkness, where only a wild campfire is alive. Your primitive ancestor sits nearby, staring blankly. Suddenly, a thick, wavy line of smoke rises and blasts right into his caveman face. He starts coughing wildly in the dark, wiping away massive, painful, burning tears. But then, he suddenly stops and freezes. A bright caveman idea instantly sparks up. He looks at the floating gray haze and thinks, wait, what if I do that? On purpose. And takes a massive hit. The brain wasn't confused. It was ready. A perfect smoke ring floats from his mouth. But that smooth ring turns into a skull. He falls flat on his back in shock. The modern world map burns away to Africa. Meet your history teacher, the crazy professor. Look at this chalkboard diagram of a brain. Smash! He hits the plastic brain with a hammer. Boom! Neon numbers light up. 1 million years. He morphs into a brutal, wild Homo erectus, sitting right inside the famous Wonderwerk cave. An archaeologist gently brushes an ancient burnt bone. The bone dissolves into dark ash and sparks. Erectus beats his chest, protecting his fire. Suddenly, a thick wall of green smoke rises. He snorts the toxic green cloud like a vacuum. A terrified woolly mammoth runs in the background. The whole primitive tribe joins hands in the haze. One guy starts smiling like an absolute idiot. His eyes dilate fully, completely out of it. It was not just wood smoke. But wood smoke isn't just soot. It's a massive cocktail of chemicals. Carbon, water, and hidden compounds. Burning plants triggers a biological trap. Alkaloids instantly punch your system, smashing your neural pathways down, making your head spin wild. Then active terpenes kick in, altering your senses completely now. Prehistoric woods held dangerous flora, and when that flora combusts, it releases mind-bending smoke. Your ancestors inhaled it daily, feeling strange and lighter instantly. The whole world shifted shape. They were getting high accidentally. This isn't some crazy theory. Science confirms this timeline. They found it felt amazing, and they wanted it back. Inside your skull sits a brain, but it hides a secret lock. And smoke molecules are the key. They click perfectly into your cells. The lock opens with massive light. Your nervous system starts to pulse. Say hello to your endocannabinoid system. It's hidden inside medical books now. But it controls your whole mood. And ancient cell receptors are waiting. They catch every single passing spark, regulating how hungry you feel today, shifting your emotions up and down, wiping your short-term memory completely. An ancient hunter drops his spear. His dangerous weapon turns to flowers. He lies down on soft grass, staring at flying mammoth clouds above. A pleasant accidental brain test drive, and tomorrow he will repeat it.
He slams 2 stones like crazy. Boom! The bush is on fire. The caveman screams, "I am God." The camera snaps into a dot. Boom! A giant cigarette skyscraper grows. A golden dollar spins like mad. The big boss hugs the cash. Poof! The money turns to ash. He falls straight through the sky and lands right before a shaman. The shaman bashes his wild drum. Purple toxic gas explodes everywhere. The tribe is dancing like psychos. One guy literally faints from joy. The witch doctor pulls a huge pipe. He shoves it to our hero. The caveman sucks it like a vacuum. Steam blows out of his ears. The screen cuts to a doctor. He blows green smoke to heal you. The high patient faints instantly. Boom! The smoke doctor vanishes. Time screams back like crazy. We hit exactly 500 BC. Welcome to the freezing Pamir. Your ancestor is shaking violently. He stumbles into a grave. He digs like a psychopath. Look! A hidden wooden bowl, packed with blazing hot stones. Ouch! His fingers fried. Look closer. Burned weed seeds. Jackpot. Pure high-THC weed. The nerd professor looks closer. The seed literally winks back. A wild Asian drops it. Flash. The screen goes white. The caveman is in heaven. Ghosts are dancing around him. The scientist screams, "Holy history."
Archaeology suffers from a massive structural bias. Stone tools can easily survive 3 million years. But organic smoking materials disintegrate within decades. The deeper we look, the fewer traces remain. We easily find indestructible flint weapons. But a pouch of ancient tobacco turns to dust. Soil chemistry destroys wooden pipes completely. Therefore, Missing evidence never means missing behavior. Enter Herodotus, the legendary Greek chronicler. In 5th century BC, he describes something wild. Nomadic Scythian warriors built tightly sealed tents. They brought superheated river stones inside and threw wild hemp seeds on the fire. The structure instantly filled with thick vapors. Scythians literally howled with absolute pleasure, inhaling psychoactive chemicals in a mobile sauna. Modern academics dismissed his notes as fiction until a landmark 2011 chemical experiment. Researchers replicated the setup using ancient methods. The test proved it. Herodotus reported objective facts. Herodotus points directly to the vast Eurasian steppe, where fierce Scythian nomads ruled with total authority. The warriors suddenly halt to establish a camp, setting up small, heavy leather bathing tents quickly. They bind the structures with ropes for airtightness. A warrior brings in a bowl of superheated stones. The rocks glow with an intense, fiery crimson light. He takes a handful of wild hemp seeds, throwing the seeds onto the burning hot surface. A massive column of thick white smoke erupts. The leather tent expands like a giant balloon. The entire structure starts shaking and violently vibrating. Loud, ecstatic screaming echoes from the dark inside. As the ancient text reads, they howl with delight. A warrior peeks out with a blissfully dumb smile, slipping back into the heavy smoke like a turtle. Herodotus nods, fully confident in his historical report. For centuries, European academics mocked his bizarre accounts, calling the father of history a mere fairy tale writer. But conventional theories shatter under an archaeologist's shovel. In 1492, Christopher Columbus accidentally reached the Bahamas, making a highly dramatic and clumsy first step ashore. A Taino native stood nearby to observe the newcomers, holding a massive, tightly rolled bundle of dried flora. The islander took a heavy, deep, practicing inhale, exhaling a dense cloud of smoke at Columbus. The admiral choked instantly, completely losing his balance. He rushed to record this bizarre cultural phenomenon, writing down, "These natives literally drink burning smoke." The native calmly offered a handful of raw leaves. Columbus inspected the bitter, dry material with suspicion. The islander demonstrated how to properly combust them. Driven by curiosity, Columbus lit his first leaf. The initial hit shattered his entire physical reality. Nicotine rushed directly into his unprepared neural system. A sudden heavy wave of deep relaxation followed. His crew immediately mirrored the strange ritualistic behavior. The entire beach quickly filled with thick haze. Massive cargo holds were packed tight with tobacco, launching the global countdown toward total planet-wide addiction. The first European consumers experienced a violent physiological shock. Yet, sailors immediately began smuggling the leaves home. But conventional history completely misleads us about timelines, shattering the late discovery myth by thousands of years. Moving our focus straight into the ancient American landscape. Lab tests targeted chemical residues in excavated stone artifacts. Mass spectrometry officially confirmed clear traces of ancient nicotine, pushing tobacco use back 35 centuries in North America. And the genetic mapping points even deeper down south, right into the dense, unexplored prehistoric Amazon basin, where cultivation began a staggering 10,000 years ago, long before anyone managed to domesticate other local crops. Early farmers selected traits specifically to maximize chemical potency, developing highly advanced agricultural knowledge through active practice. While European ancestors still struggled with basic mud huts, blockade failing to secure even minimal architectural stability in indigenous nations were already harvesting fully stabilized plant strains, treating the organic material with ultimate reverence and care. This disciplined sacred ritual preserved their strong social order. Because for them, it was never a game.